Hey, what's up guys? The evolved Dart Goblin has darted its way into the arena. After cycling 2 Dart Goblins, the third one's evolved, granting it toxic darts that remain on the battlefield even after death. The toxic darts poison areas for 4 seconds, perfect against beatdown decks with a lot of supporting cards, and for erasing bait cards that are clumped up, which allows it to obliterate supporting cards behind tank decks. Electro Dragons, Skeleton Dragons, Night Witches, none of those cards are safe. The main downside of the Dart Goblin Evolution is its durability. It still has the same stats as a regular Dart Goblin, dying to log and arrows. Opponents will often take negative elixir trades fireballing it as fast as they can, though it's best played in log bait decks, especially with wall breakers and Goblin Barrel. This is the best Dart Goblin Evolution deck because it has so many log bait cards in it, forcing the opponent to waste their spells on 7 out of the 8 cards. So when you're spamming on all sides, your opponent might lose track of their Dart Goblin Evolution and immediately get punished with game-ending damage. It's time to dart into some matches and assert dominance. And lots of dart love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag, making the high effort videos like this one possible. So we're super close to Ultimate Champion already. First day of the new season. That's insane stuff. So we're gonna go for Goblin Gang on the right side, and we'll see what this guy's gonna do. Obviously, everyone that we're gonna be matching into first day of the season, near Ultimate Champion, has been playing a ton and not losing any of their battles. So I believe that this guy is gonna be a top tier Ultimate Champion player. The people that we've been playing against before were around top 2,000 in the world, so this guy will not disappoint me. I'm gonna go in for the Dart Goblin and hopefully, sometimes it runs away from the Firecracker if you time it just right. Ooh, okay. All right, I like going Rascals like this, because if he logs or he drops a spell, generally he gets a bad trade against the Goblin Barrel afterward. Unfortunately for us, I think that it's important for me to go for Wall Breakers here and see what he's going to have. If he's going to... Oh, Goblins. Wow. Interesting. I didn't expect you to do that. This deck doesn't have the Evolved Goblin Barrel because after the change, I just don't think it's going to be as good. It will work in a few decks, but I think in this specific deck, it's better to have the Evolved Wall Breakers since they did get a huge buff, so they're going to be doing a lot more damage, like Barbarians, whatever kills them, you know? It's going to be a lot better from that perspective. Anyway, we did activate King Tower against an Expo deck, so can't say that it was amazing for us, but it'd be what it'd be. We're going to pop ability. There's a high likelihood that he fireballs on this. If he doesn't, then that's good. I guess in single elixir, when you drop a Firecracker and also a bit more elixir, you might not have enough. So I'm going to go for a log, kill the Firecracker, and then pull back the... Ooh, no, he knew what I was going to do. Wait, this guy is super sinister. He went Goblins because he knew I was going to pull it back with Wall Breakers. Yo, this guy is crazy. All right, we're going to go Wall Breakers here on the right. And then we're going to try to get ready with the Dart Goblin depending on what happens. I want to get to the Dart Goblin Evolution, so we're going to be cycling that as much as possible. Look at the Firecracker just miss. It did nothing there. It got destroyed by Bubblegum. Sorry to burst your bubble. That is a position where you are in trouble. The Bar Barrel is weird, but here we are. I think we can go for a Goblin Sign in the right and then go Goblin Gang. If he fireballs, then that's going to be a bit annoying, but I want to wait and see if he's going to fireball or not. He's going to go for a Valkyrie, so we might be able to just kill that. With the Dart Goblin and ability, it might just die quick enough. It's going to lose a lot of the Goblins. Oh my gosh, the Dart Goblin! It's not even evolved and it's putting in work. Say less, game. Okay, cool. Dart Goblin still stayed alive too. We're going to go Goblin Gang here, Goblin Barrel, and then Wall Breakers on the right side because the Goblin Gang is going to force the Bar Barrel. Yes, let's go. I love playing like that. Yo, this is before the Wall Breakers even got evolved and we are putting in wild work. Hopefully he expos instead of giving up. I think he's going to give up though. At least we get to see the Dart Goblin Evolution in action. Look at how much damage it does. And it even poisons the tower. Dang. It's just like on the battlefield to stunt on the opponent. You don't even necessarily need it if you can destroy people with the other proponents of the deck because the deck synergy is so strong. When you actively manipulate the card cycle of your opponent, forcing them to small spell on a Goblin Gang, you can gobble up their tower with a Goblin Barrel or the Wall Breakers every time. Hopefully the next game will be enough of a challenge for us to need to showcase the final form of the Dart Goblin. Yo, there's no way. We're matching into someone top 20 in the world right now. That's ridiculous. So this guy might be one of the best players that will ever play all day, and it's exactly what the doctor ordered. After 3 crowning an opponent, making them rage quit, we're up for a challenge. Now we get to unveil the Dart Goblin Evolution's true strength. We're going for a Goblin Stein, the big Goblin, with the Goblin Barrel, and we are going to command a different position where I was hoping that I was going to get damage in a future date, but not now. Not now. Today, we get 0 damage. Feels bad, man. Princess on the Dart Goblin, so it does die with 0 connection on our Precious Princess or our Princess Tower. So our double princesses are working well together. We're going to go in for the opposite lane pressure, and then we are definitely going to have to go Dart Goblin on that Mighty Miner. So overall, you don't want to be dropping your Dart Goblin going into the Mighty Miner because he could pop ability on us, and that would be a pretty bad flex for us. I don't want that to happen. He could still pop ability on tower, but he decides not to. The fact that he continuously logs means that he's super confident defending against Goblin Barrels. He did it last time. He might be able to do it again.
You want to see me do it again?
We'll find out. This time, we're not going to go Goblinstein. We're going to go Rascals because they're way more obnoxious. In my experience, Rascals are harder to defend, for sure. So if you go Ice Spirit Skeletons, that's not going to work out as well, bro. You had to Fireball. Then the Thick Boy hits up the tower. Let's freaking go. Also, as I was talking about in the first game of the day, everyone that we're playing against is really talented. Like this guy, top 20 in the world, way better than me at the game. I'm going to Princess of the Bridge just to be an absolute idiot. And I just want to be that guy. I want to be that moron. Okay. I'm going to go Wall Breakers to pull this back. I think that's going to be a good play. Okay, we can still do that. I guess he predicted a Goblin Gang or something, and we just decided, nah, not today, bro. He doesn't have ability, so he loses this Mighty Miner 1 billion%. And then I think overall, if we just go Gobstein here and then log, like this is not bad for us at all. So the Dart Goblin is going to continuously provide poison for him, though, which is obnoxious. I don't like that. I like playing against that. No! He gave me the well played, too, when I make a misplay. That's brutal, bro. I gotta be so ruthless. All right, let's see how the Dart Goblin Evolution fares against all that. All that conniving craziness, my guy. All right, we're gonna go throw a Goblin Barrel right now with the evolved Wall Breakers, and I really want to beat this top-ranked player that's super toxic. Anyone that says that when you make a misplay is not a nice dude. So Spear Goblins locking on the tower is giving us a nice benefit. I do want to go in for a Gobstein here to win the bridge battle. I'm also going to go Dart Goblin. I'm going to get ready with my log. I'm also going to go Goblin Gang in case he goes Dart Goblin. Kind of thought he would go Dart Goblin at the bridge, but he didn't. All right, so he's super saving. He is a super saver right now. He's continuously making sure that he has his Skeletons and Ice Spirit for our Goblin Barrel that he knows is going to come down. But if you Fireball on that, then you can't do the play that you were looking to do last time. Ooh, can we kill the Dart Goblin, though? I don't know if the log was necessary. I think the Rascals had it covered. But dang, that Dart Goblin, even when it dies, the poison value it exudes is so annoying. Like, that thing staying on the map is not what we want. We're going to Wall Breakers on the right side, force the cannon for a positive elixir trade, and then also go Princess here. We're trying to go Princess on the side that he doesn't want to Fireball. We're going to go Dart Goblin here as well. We're going to go in for a Goblinstein. I think he Fireballs the tower. He doesn't Fireball the tower. I thought he was going to Fireball the tower of the Dart Goblin early, so I decided to do it a little bit later. And I thought, like, oh, he's going to Fireball, and then he's not going to hit everything, but he decided not, so feels bad. We're going to go for a Goblin Gang here. We're also going to try to go in for another log on this Dart Goblin. Super want that to die. If I can hit a cannon, too, that'd be huge. The Wall Breakers just don't connect. That's crazy. All right. We're trying to get Princess down. Doesn't work. We're going to go Goblin Barrel instead. All right. We got it. We got to focus up. This guy is super good at the game, and he's not giving us that many opportunities. He is way harder than the last person. Here's the Evo Dart Goblin. It's probably going to get Fireballed, but it does kill the Mighty Miner first. Then we can go for Gobstein. He's probably going to pop ability. What I expected. He doesn't have Fireball in cycle, so we can do this and kill that. We can log the Dart Goblin immediately. We can go split Wall Breakers. We can go Goblin Barrel on the tower, and we can also go for another Dart Goblin here. So we're trying to split up our stuff as much as possible so we can overwhelm our guy. Maybe he's going to die. We're going to log on the Dart Goblin. We're going to go for our own Goblin Gang in front. Then we're going to go Goblin Barrel because he's going to log that. Maybe the Goblin Barrel can lock onto the tower if we're lucky. We're going to Ice Spirit counter with the Dart Goblin shot, please. It does not work as planned. He still shuts everything down. Why is this guy so good at the game, man? He's going to Fireball on that 100%. So when he does, we can still make something happen with Princess. Then we can go in for a Goblin Barrel again. Then we can go for Rascals here. He's going to get Dart Goblin. We just need to get enough damage on this so it dies to log, and it will happen. All right, we got to make this happen. There's 14 seconds remaining. We're going to throw a Goblin Barrel at him. He's pre-logging. I think if we can just get a Dart Goblin Evolution or the Goblins or Princess on the tower, we barely beat him. Let's freaking go. You toxic individual. I have to topple you with the 20-win emote here. He is not happy. And yeah, that guy was incredibly good at the game. Looking at his max badge of top Royale tournament finishes, ranked 14 in the world, and not just that, but a ranked 75 finish in the world as his best season, and last season 453. Wow, you were so much better than me, and I am blessed to beat you. The Dart Goblin Evolution didn't get to do that much in the match because the guy knew its strength, so he continuously fireballed it. But fireballing on a Dart Goblin is a -1 trade, so maybe it gave me an elixir advantage to eventually break through and deal damage. Hopefully in the next matches, we won't play against a top 20 player in the world that will allow the Dart Goblin to stay alive and show its strength. The first game, this deck dominated before we were even allowed to play it. The second game, the guy was one of the best players in the world and definitely good enough to know that the Dart Goblin would have killed him, so he spent a ton of elixir to kill it. Logically, the next game we get to use it and it will pop off. Here we go, Denelson. I really thought his name was gonna be Devilson. And I was like, okay, we're gonna send you, we're gonna banish you to the Netherland, man. So I want to be able to play against someone with Mega Knight. We saw that in the banner. Do not deceive me, my dude. The wall breakers don't connect, by the way. It's so sad. Like sometimes they look at it and they freak out and they cycle stuff. But a lot of times if they've been playing the Dagger Duchess, they know that they don't have to spend any elixir. So we're going to Princess at the bridge. It should lock directly on the tower instead of the Sparky. We're going to force dual lane pressure here, ideally. We can also go Gobstein on the Sparky and reset it. I don't think that that's going to be terrible for us. Try to go in for Rascals here as well. So we have multiple layers of distractions for the Sparky. I just got to wonder, will it work? We're going to get wall breakers down here. Yes, it worked! Sparky, you're clogging up my wall breaker, though. That is not what we wanted. That is so disrespectful and utterly demoralizing. He's wondering what happened there, and I don't really have an explanation. It was funny, though. Okay, if we go Dart Goblin, does it kill the Dark Prince in time? I actually don't think so. I'm going to log. I'm going to keep my Dart Goblin alive, okay? Yes, sir. All right, so it will get a couple slaps on the tower, but I think he ignores it since he... Okay, never mind. He goes Goblin Giant at the bridge. This guy is crazy. He's going to rustle and bustle with a spell? Yeah, he's going to fireball me. All right, that's kind of what we expected. You get a gang down here. The thing is, when we're playing against someone with a beatdown deck, the great thing that the evolved Dart Goblin exudes is the poison. So it's going to apply the poison on all the supporting cards, so it's hard for him to support a Goblin Giant and drop other cards with it. Okay. So ideally, we sacrifice the Goblin Barrel and then go in for wall breakers. We'd also Princess, but then he'll go Bats. Then we can snipe it with the Dart Goblin. What if we do that? Princess. No, he bats to the other side. Bro trolled me so hard. You know what? We're going to go Goblin Barrel here. We're going to make sure that he sacrifices the Bats and can't support it. And then he's going to have to go E-Barbs directly into the Goblinstein ability. So he's going to be pretty annoyed. He's not a happy individual. He's not a happy camper is all I'm going to say. We're camping near his tower and getting damage. And then we're going to go and drop Rascals here at the river because we want to keep our Doctor alive. And unfortunately, we are going directly into the Sparky, but maybe we can get a reset. Yes! Screw you, Sparky, sir! Let's go! That's beautiful! It literally reset the Sparky in his face! He's so furious. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're gonna get to the Dart Goblin Evolution and see what he says then. I want to see what he says that... Oh, he's just gonna ignore and spam more. He's gonna ignore and spam more 1,000,000%. Can the Dart Goblin Evolution clean up all this? First off, when you go Gobstein, he's gonna fireball on that, then we go Dart Goblin. Gonna fireball on that. Gonna fireball on that. Come on, Dart Goblin Evolution. Put in the work. Why are you fireballing on the Dart Goblin Evolution instead of your 3 crown? Why do they never want me to play the Dart Goblin Evolution? You would think they would prefer to not get 3 crown over killing an evolved card. But no, I'm not allowed to win with my precious Dart Goblin Evolution. Against all odds, he fireballed on the Dart Goblin Evolution when he saw the Goblinstein, and he also saw the King Tower. 2 things that he could have fireballed, but nah, no cinematic moment for the Dart Goblin today. Is no content is the question though. People are unbelievably afraid of the Dart Goblin Evolution. Got a game against Alex, who is flexing a 20 win in the banner and a 2v2 ranked finish. Bro is part of the Wan Kui army. Ooh, okay. That is not a card that we love to see ever. So I'm just gonna go for Rascals on the right side, and hopefully you will not be as mischievous as me, my guy. So Rascals at the start definitely will force some elixir, and I can maybe activate King Tower afterwards with our Princess. We're going to wait for 3 ticks. So 1, 2, 3. So the third one is the best one to activate on because it doesn't kill your Princess. The more you know in Clash. If you don't know, now you know, guys. So then the Princess stays alive, and we can get more value. The Electro Dragon will do very, very nicely for your Princess Tower every time you do that. Because now, like... if we didn't have this Princess alive, we wouldn't be forcing that in the wrong side. Like, he literally Ram Ridered in the side that he would not have the support, right? Kind of probably rather go Dr. Ram Rider. Not able to do that, though. So, I think the Goblin Gang is going to even up the sides as well. So, I don't really know where I want to go here, but it be what it be. And I think it's going to be better for me to maybe cycle my Dart Goblin today. that's the mission, you know? All right, so we're going to put precedence on the Dart Goblin and the Wall Breakers because they are evolved cards. You really do have to retrain your brain because I've been playing a lot of Goblin Barrel Evolution, so I've been spamming that as much as I can. But in reality, it doesn't make as much sense. Ooh, can we pull back the Pekka so the Dart Goblin locks on a tower? Kind of. He was smart. He went Royal Ghost. I wish he wasn't that intelligent. I wish he was a silly sir. We want to save our Goblinstein for the Ram Rider if he goes other side. It's just impossibly bad for us if we do anything other than that. We're going to go Princess. And we also probably want to go for Wall Breakers to pull this a little bit. And then go Goblin Gang afterward. Yeah, that's rough. I mean, it is what it is. It works. It's just, we wish that P.E.K.K.A hit didn't happen. That's all I'm going to say. Going to go Ghost, so let's go Gobstein. And we're trying to apply pressure on the left side. Okay, he's never going to... No, he's just going to pop ability then. Yeah, he's going to pop ability. That's fine. We can maybe get a Dart Goblin down here to kill the Doctor and the monster a bit faster, and then go Rascals on top of this just to kill it as quick as possible. So he doesn't get a good ability. That's really, really good. If he loses that Royal Ghost, we can maybe go Gang. Okay, we're going to throw probably a Princess down here. Wall Breakers pull back on the P.E.K.K.A. And then we can go Dart Goblin Evolution, just sack the other tower because it doesn't necessarily matter. Rascals here. Wall Breakers did not connect. Okay, we need to take the tower. I'm going to go Goblin Barrel. The Dart Goblin is going to be able to kill the Royal Ghost. Decent. He's trying to defend the other side. Okay, let's go for Wall Breakers Goblin Gang. The Dart Goblin Evolution, though, on the 3, though. Is he even slightly scared of that? I don't think so. He had to rage, though. He did drop some elixir. All right, all right. Respectable, respectable. He's probably going to go in for a P.E.K.K.A or something soon. He actually doesn't. He goes in for guards. Can we just go Goblin Barrel here with Goblinstein? We want to go Goblin Barrel first, wait for the travel time, then plop down our Goblinstein, then go Wall Breakers. A lot of stuff going at him. As long as the Goblinstein gets near the tower, I think he loses. He has to rage and tornado, so he's just playing super defensive. I respect it. I understand it. I see what you're doing here. So I do want to go Goblin Gang. The rascal that could. Okay, wait. Pull this. Get the Goblin Gang on the tower. The Spear Goblin's on the tower. Wait, that was so smart of me. Yo, I did a thing. Oh, there's no way. I pulled it to the side so the Spear Goblins would shimmy and lock onto the tower. I sacrificed the Rascals in the riskiest move of my life, and it freaking worked. The toxicity that you can do with this deck is so much fun. And I'm not just talking about the Dart Goblin Evolution. There are multiple layers of poison toxicity in this deck, and that might have been the most toxic thing I've done in months. If you guys can hear the sirens in Seattle, the cops are coming for me because, man, that was illegal maneuvers. It's also awesome defeating an Electro Dragon Evolution deck with Rage and Tornado when you got Goblin Gang, Goblinstein, Rascals, whole bunch of bait cards that get shredded by that Electro thing popping back and forth, endlessly bouncing. So we gotta give you someone with P.E.K.K.A in the banner and a Pancake Tower, so we wanna make sure he does not have time to load up those pancakes and plop down a P.E.K.K.A. So he's gonna go for a -1 trade and take a ton of Precious Princess damage. Even with a Ghost, I think we get a connection. Nice. I'm gonna go Rascals. A bit more cost effective here if we can force out a spell like Arrows. He plops down the P.E.K.K.A, and this is our moment to finally use our Dart Goblin and get value. That's what I was talking about before. We gotta do it. So we're gonna go Dart Goblin a bit earlier, just to try to get to the evolution. Maybe we can damage down the P.E.K.K.A on his side of the map. It is kind of fun to do that because, look, he's gonna go Gobstein, but he basically loses the entire health of the P.E.K.K.A. I do enjoy that a lot. I'm gonna go Princess here. We could pop the ability on top of his Goblinstein. Doctor, you might be able to kill most of it with the P.E.K.K.A, so I think that's worthwhile. And then, yeah, this is an overall good spot for us to be in if we can defend against this Ram Rider. The only downside is it is a Ram Rider, and it is going to charge level 16. What? Yo, that's before the nerf to the Ram Rider, too. Like, that's insane. All right. I guess Log Princess Tower and Goblin Gang is the maneuver. The Ram Rider didn't find its way through. That is awesome. Makes me really happy to see that, to be honest. All right. We'll go Wall Breakers here. He's probably going to plop down a Rage. If you continuously go Ghost, man, it is a little bit risky. If you drop it at the wrong timing, you will get blasted by one Wall Breaker. We're going to get Rascals off to the side. The Girl Rascals will remain safe. And he is, interestingly enough, going to go and plop down the P.E.K.K.A again. Definitely just want to go Princess to make sure he allocates some semblance of Elixir on the other side because he doesn't have a Royal Ghost in this deck right now in Cycle. So, do like that. Definitely want to go lower Dart Goblins away. I think we're going to go Dart Goblin here to hopefully shred that stuff real quick. Go for a higher Goblin Gang, and then maybe get like a Goblinstein to reset the Ram Rider if we can. Oh, yes! And the Dart Goblin still locks on the Ram Rider. Do we go Rascals or do we plop ability? I think we got to go Rascals. We got to go Rascals. He's going to NATO. Yep. Yeah, the ability wouldn't have been enough. At least we can keep the Dart Goblin alive. We can do this. We got the Dart Goblin Evolution. Try it. Let's try it. Let's see if it can cook. Let's see if it can cook. Oh, it's going to kill the guards. The Goblin Barrel as well. Oh my gosh, if it locks tower, yo, it's going to hit the Electro Dragon too. Look at the poison damage. It It took the freaking tower! And it's poisoning everything. It's still alive. Yo, it actually did something. The first time. Let's go. So I guess it takes your opponent to not have arrows in their deck, and then you can maybe get value. That's the main thing that I've realized. It's really annoying to play against people with arrows and fireball, and they realize how overpowered it is, and then they just kill it at higher levels of play. Obviously, if you're playing at mid-ladder, you will not play against people that continuously kill your Dart Goblin on repeat. But if you somehow match it as top like 20 players like I was, you're not going to keep your Dart Goblin alive. They will kill it as quickly as they can, even if it costs them the game. And then if they don't kill it like this guy, there's going to be a big bullseye on all of their units in tower as they get totally trashed by the toxic poison. Dart the like button, subscribe for more daily content, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.